All right. Pisces, and Taurus season. Be a little sweet relief for you. I think we just found the name of it. Just write that down. All information to work with me one-on-one is below, as well as the ever-growing extended reading will be in a link below as well, and that's on Patreon. You can also take a glimpse of what they look like because I put some out on YouTube from the last few months. But without further ado, let's see how you're doing, especially for you Pisces suns who have Saturn making its transit through you. Let's see what's going on with this. Aries season was a time of many things, I feel. Okay. I think we need another card to start before I start to talk about this. Some things may feel so close, some things may feel so far away right now in terms of what's happening in your life. But I think more than ever, it's very obvious that the more that you move forward, that the more you move on, the more you see this change happening, this beginning. Remember, we talked about that in the last one. You, especially through the Libra eclipse, which we'll get more into in the next part, you're realizing that it's causing this effect on you where you feel so much more at ease with where you're going. You know, as a mutable sign, there's a lot of weight in the water, as opposed to, and this card has come up in almost, I think, every reading now, which is your dual sign, but it's also is about you. While you're setting out on this next adventure, you don't have to, you know, it's like planning every stop on a vacation, not leaving any room for that intuition or time for you to explore. And I think last month was a lot about exploring that side of you again, that spiritual side, and getting in touch with that again. And it's a process, but I think bringing it into this month is through letting yourself have these periods of rest even when you explore. Like, I've been on vacations or I've been away where I've just needed time to myself to process, to write, to chill, and not do anything too extravagant. I've done both. So I went with one that was in the same span of time, right? Excuse me. And you're finally having this very, very relevant revealing to yourself. And this beginning is causing you to really see the next 6 months ahead of you. You may get it in this depiction in a variety of different ways, depending on what and how you gain a greater sense of the universe. So whether it's through signs, I do think it's through signs, but I think it's through actionable signs. I think it's going to be like, you're going to win something. You're going to have really good karma with whatever you're working through right now, something that will be like an antidote to what it is that is coming up for you during this time and during this time of processing. This is also about maybe having to give your body a break to a certain extent, that whatever you've been going through, and as you're moving forward, it's simplifying something in your life that gives your body a break. So maybe I'm not promoting cleanses or detoxes, but maybe you've gone through a fast of some sort recently that has brought you a greater awareness of your body and your energy levels, and how the different things that you've been managing to supply yourself don't always work out, what brings you a better mood or whatever. Those things are becoming more important to you, I think. And maybe that's a part of your adventure in your study. Maybe that's something that you want to implement into your study. And it's not something that you're just exploring on your own, and you don't even realize, and one day you realize, oh, I keep looking this one thing up, or I keep looking into this one specific thing or area, and you realize that's what you want to keep doing. And it becomes this broader sense, and even may change your view on your life, maybe the world. Maybe that certain study brings you a deeper awareness of what's been happening and what is going to continue to transpire over the next 6 months in a very broad way. And then take a different course with the same placements in your life for the next year and a half or so. So we got into that grander perspective just to simplify some things for you, because we have specific signs out here, but it's also just knowing that when you do expand in this way, the details have to unravel. You have to experience the new beliefs. Again, you need to solidify them. It's like, even in some way people talk about manifestation is you're maybe manifesting the big thing, but you're still going to get the little small things until you're capable of handling or feeling more deserving, or finally in this worthy accepting place and letting go of having expectations while also letting go of them, and how so many things add up to that bigger thing that you want, or what you're most interested in, or where you're going at this time, or where you're studying to become, or how you're going to want to incorporate that in your life, So it's about your mental state. It's about how you handle things, how you take action on things this month. And how that may give you just the idea that you've been waiting for, the moment you've been waiting for. I think Saturn's going to work enough with you on this, but for any Pisces placements, it's wherever you're really maturing this risk-taking mentality, where you're actually still thinking it through. Not that you don't, but you're thinking it all the way through. Where you may realize that you do want to split your time and your energy. Perhaps you gain the confidence to, even though that there are certain things that are also happening around you that are trying to take you out of this energy. It's like no one can this month. It's like this is how I'm feeling. This is where I need my energy to be, and this is how I get there. And as things start to unfold, it'll feel very safe to question what it is that needs to be questioned. Especially if you are being questioned, whether it's in your line of work, or something's doubting you, or the external world is doubting you or making you question things. You have so much certainty now, and if you needed to say I don't know, you can. But through this calm confidence, this layer of confidence that you have over you, knowing that you will adjust as needed, which is the most important thing, and share with those who are actually willing to listen, not just be a passive aggressive perhaps, or give into what maybe you want to hear and know you in that way, so they can definitely give you that. But having a fair ear, having a listening in a very easy place to be with that. You could want to hire someone, or you find someone that's really easy to talk to in your life, because through this you're going to start to see things differently, and you may want to talk about it eventually towards the end of the month. You may want to put it into use in your life, and you feel as though you can, because you know this is something that's going to continue to transpire throughout the course of the next 6 months. So it's getting comfortable with this, because of course there will be times in your life that will want to pull you away from it. And it doesn't mean you have to say no to things that you or people. It just means that you're saying saying who you are now in those experiences, and not letting who you once were, how you held on to affect these relationships, or how you've moved on to affect these relationships. No one else gets to tell you that at all. No one gets to, but if there's someone that can can see it or can relate to it or even just vibe with you around it. Like, you don't need to be anybody else or take care of anybody else or exaggerate yourself. You know, just being and finding that space this month will help a lot more to